Hello everyone. Today I'm going to show you how to make a game in Scratch, exactly like this game right here. In this video, you will learn how to make a character and how to control its movement. This tutorial will be completely beginner-friendly and will help you grasp the idea of Scratch. This game will be about a slime character trying to get as much cherries as it can before the time runs out. Without any further ado, let's get into it. Alright, if you don't know what Scratch is, it is an easy-to-learn coding platform that you can make really great games with. To get into Scratch, you have to go to any browser and type in scratch.mit.edu. Once you are in, you will see buttons that are labeled Create, Explore, and Ideas. Then the buttons Join Scratch and Sign In. If you are already signed in, you can skip these steps. However, if you aren't signed in, press Join Scratch. Here, you can make a username and password. After, press Next and follow the instructions. Since I already have an account, I am going to press Sign In. Put in your username and password, then press Sign In. Once you are in your account, you will still see the buttons Create, Explore, and Ideas. However, for this tutorial, we are going to be in Create. We are now in the spot where we need to be. Let's get coding. Okay, when we load a Scratch project, the first thing we should do is name the project. This will keep our games from being unorganized. I am going to call this game Blobert Collects. When you are done naming your game, it is time to code. When you entered this project, you probably noticed all of these colorful blocks. This is what Scratch uses for lines of code. There are 9 sections that control motion, looks, sound, events, control, sensing, operations, variables, and my blocks. All of these blocks will help us make a really fun game. And now, from the beginning, you probably noticed this funny-looking cat. This is what we call a sprite. A sprite is a character or object that can be affected by code. I am now going to name this cat Player, because this will be our player sprite. Now, I'm going to show you how to turn this cat into a blob like you saw in the beginning of this video. You will see at the top that there is 3 sections: Code, Costumes, and Sounds. Go into the Costumes tab. You will see that there is 2 costumes in here. We only need 1. So, click the second one and press the trash icon. This will delete it. Next, drag left-click over the whole cat. This will select all of it. Now press delete. This whole cat has disappeared out of existence. Now select the brush tool and select a black color. Next, draw the outline of the blob like so. The shape should be similar to this. Now select the fill tool and select a color of your choice. Remember, nothing has to be exactly like mine. Now, left-click over the center of your shape. The shape should now be filled. Next, I am going to select the brush tool and make the size bigger. This will make a large, perfect circle. Now, I am going to change the color to a white color for the eye. Next, left-click on the spot where you want the eye to be. Keep in mind that you can undo mistakes with the backwards arrow at the top. Yippee! Now, I am going to make the brush a little smaller and change the color to black for the pupil. This will make him look more alive.
Hello there.
Now, I am going to use this color pick tool so I can make the blue a little lighter for highlights. Just turn up the saturation to make it lighter. I am going to make the brush a little smaller for a smaller highlight. We are almost done with our character. I am just going to draw the mouth. For the mouth, make the brush a black color. Don't forget to change the size of the brush. And there we have it. We have our mouth to go on out cute slime. Just one final thing, I am going to select the select tool and drag click over the whole slime like we did with the cat. And maybe size it down so it can be a little smaller. When you are dragging it, you may notice it has a blue cross in the center. Drag it to the point on the grid so it can be perfectly in the center. You can see that our complete slime is in the center of the play window. That is how you know you are doing great. Before we get to coding, give yourself a round of applause for making it this far. Alright, back to the video. We are finally going to start coding. To start, go to the Events tab and bring out the block when green flag clicked. The when green flag clicked block is saying that all the code connected to it will start as soon as we press the green flag to play the game. Now go to the section control and bring out the forever block. Connect the forever block under the when green flag clicked block. The forever block is a block that will forever loop any code that is within the block. Staying in the section control, bring out the if-then block. The if-then block is a block that checks if something is true. When it is true, it plays the code within it. Now go into the section sensing. There you will find a variable that is called keyPressed. Connect the keyPressed into the empty space of the if-then block. Change the word space to up arrow so it can be controlled by the up arrow instead of the spacebar. With the up arrow, we want to change the position of the player. Normally, the up arrow is used for up movement. As you see here, there are variables called X and Y. These are used to determine the position of the player. But remember, Y is up and down and X is left and right. You can see that when I change the number in the X and Y boxes, the position of the player changes. And to make the player move, we have to take advantage of this system. So, let's add it to our code. Go into the section motion and bring out the change Y by block. Remember, Y is up and down. That's what we want. Now, put the change Y by block into the if key up arrow press block. Set the number to 5. You can change the number to change the speed. Now, right-click onto the if key up arrow press block. Then press duplicate. This will duplicate the if block. Now put the duplicated if statement under the other if statement. Make sure it is still in the forever loop. Next, change the keyPressed variable to down arrow so our player can also go downwards. But this time change the change Y block to -5 because it is the opposite of 5, which will make our player go down. Next, press the green flag. You will immediately see our code light up. That means our code is running. Press the up and down arrow keys and you will see that our player is able to move up and down. That's all thanks to the X and Y variables. Press the red stop sign icon to stop running our code. It's time to go left and right. Duplicate the if statement again and put it under the other if statement. Change the key down arrow pressed to key left arrow pressed. Then, to remove a block, drag it into the blocks like so. Grab the block change X by instead of the change Y by because X means having the ability to go left and right. Change the 10 to a -5 because going right in X is positive while going left is negative. Then, duplicate the bottom if statement once more, and put the duplicate under the bottom if statement. Change the key left arrow pressed to key right arrow pressed. Then change the change X by block to 5 instead of -5. Press the green flag once again to try out your game. If you use all of your arrow keys, you will see that our player moves accordingly to the arrows that are being pressed. If you would like, you can press the full screen icon to fully see your game. You have fully completed today's episode. There will be more episodes coming to this series. Thank you guys so much for watching. As much as it may seem, I love reading your guys' comments. Have a great day and you are awesome.